everyone, it's Tone back again with another video, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of The Uglies by Scott Westerfield. So The Uglies is set in a dystopian, what I would presume is an America in the future. I don't know why, but I just feel like all these dystopian universes are always in America. Like, you know, Britain never has dystopia, or you know, there's never an African country that's in like a dystopian universe, but it's always in my mind in America. Anyway, so yeah, so it follows the tale of a young lady called Tally Youngblood and her transition into adulthood in this dystopian future. So basically what happened was that something happened to the world's petroleum. It got corrupted by some kind of bacteria or biological weapon or something like that, destroyed it, and basically like this led to some kind of wars, and you know, some parts of the world were destroyed, and you know, you have this like whoever is left, it ends up in this dystopian universe. But it's not dystopia in the sense of well, let me describe it this way. So in like the city, it's quite advanced and technologically advanced, very nice, very clean, very lovely looking. And then if you go outside of the city, then you see like the decay and the rot of what's been left of the world. So everybody that lives within the city, at the age of 16, they basically get offered plastic surgery by the government, and they live in this world where the government pays for everything, covers everything that they do. So at 16, all children, all adolescents are kind of looking forward to maturing, getting to their 16th birthday so that they can get this plastic surgery and look pretty, right? And then there's different categories of pretties. So there's the pretties that are that get like mid-management, mid-level jobs, and then there's like the specials, and they're like special forces, and then they are not only enhanced through cosmetic surgery to look different, but they're also given special abilities, like their voices are different, they've got razor sharp teeth that can basically cut through anything, their nails are super hard so they can pierce anything, they're really fast, their skin doesn't bruise or damage easily, that kind of stuff. And basically this young girl, Tally Youngblood, is then transitioning to become a pretty, and she's always wanted to be pretty. But as soon as she gets taken to the camp where she awaits her transformation, she gets introduced to other characters, and she realizes that something fishy is going on. All is not cool in the buttermilk, as they say. And she has to decide whether she wants to become a pretty or not. And then she ends up meeting one of the guys, somebody that lives on the outside, and he basically exposes to her that she's living in a state where all their actions, everything is being controlled. And when she ventures into the outskirts, she meets like older people for the first time, because that's another thing, they don't really age normally. So there's something very Logan's Run. I mean, if you guys remember that book or that movie called Logan's Run, it's something like that is going on here. And what I really enjoyed about this book is, I mean, it was written in 2005, right? But Scott Westerfield does a very good job of describing this societal obsession with looks and looking a certain way and conforming to a certain beauty standard, and the loss of individualism in this conformity. And I see a lot of it on social media. I see a lot of like the same looking girls with the same type of hair, with the same type of enhanced features, or even men with the same type of haircut. A lot of men are now getting involved in cosmetic surgery and so on and so forth. So I think that this book is a very good commentary on society's view of beauty standards. I mean, the specials are described as beautiful, but their features are actually really, really ugly features. Do you know what I mean? Like razor sharp teeth and non-reflective eyes, and they're just like these sheep kind of soldiers kind of thing, but theirs is described as a cruel beauty. And I don't know, you have to read the book to kind of understand where I'm going with this. I mean, I really enjoyed that side of it. I like the social commentary side of it. I like this hedonistic kind of world, because basically all these kids do once they are turned into a pretty is they just party all the time. They or like they don't seem to think for themselves. All they care about is partying and living this life of hedonism and so on and so forth. And is that really a life worth living? Is that fulfillment? So I like that about the book. However, as much as I like this book in that regard, I found that he tried to pack too much in it. And in trying to pack too much social commentary at different levels into this one particular book, he kind of lost the strength of certain key topics. So he could have just, I think he should have taken this idea of beauty and focused on that and looked at that alone, rather than trying to deviate into these other things that we're doing in the world around us that may or may not necessarily be right, if you kind of get what I'm saying, understand what I'm trying to say. So I mean, this book I would recommend because, you know, a lot of what the themes that he covers are going on in the world today, especially things that people, not just adolescents, struggle with: jealousy, rejection in love, betrayal. I mean, I really did like Tally. I liked David. I liked her friend Shay. I thought those was really, I thought Shay was a very interesting character, and the dynamic between her and Tally, because Shay is a character that Tally meets at this place where they kind of wait to be turned into pretty, and you know, Shay is the first person to discover, I think this guy's called David, this guy that lives on the outside in this area called the Smokes. And she falls in love with David, but is rejected by David. And Tally meets David, and David falls in love with Tally, and Tally falls in love with David back, and ends up betraying her friend. So it deals with those kind of themes, and the dynamics between Tally and Shay is a very interesting one. The way that their friendship was explored is very interesting. So I would recommend it for that, as well as the other reasons I mentioned. So let me know what you guys think. Have you read this book? Are you going to pick it up? Comment down below. Let me know if I'm kind of a bit off key. It wasn't my favorite books in this kind of genre, I must admit. But it was worth reading because it did try to talk about a lot of the weird things that are occurring in plain view in our society, and we just accept as a norm, but they aren't necessarily normal. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And until next time, bye.